Hey guys, like I said, it took me over 15,000 messages in order to come up with this. Welcome to what I call my personal ultimate Instagram DM guide. I hope that after this you won't need another Instagram DM guide because I'm going to cover absolutely everything. I'm going to cover exactly how to scrape the leads, how to make sure your profile is good so people reply to you, how to create a killer message, a killer BSL, and how to track those metrics and scale to the point in which you only have to spend, let's say, like an hour a day dealing with the replies, and you don't have to manually send all those messages, and later on you can scale even to further heights. Let me show you exactly. Let me get right into it right now. First of all, let me show you guys. This is my ultimate DM guide. Like I said, hope you guys don't need another one after this. Finding the prospects. Now, when it comes to lead scraping, there's several different ways that are well talked in Instagram. Like in YouTube, like you probably guys have probably heard of Growman and everything. But I'm going to show you a specific method that I haven't seen around. I haven't seen anyone talk about this yet, so it will be one that would be very, 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 very few saturation. Now, I'm talking about Apify. Now, this software was not made for this, and that's the main reason as to why it works so well, because it was not made for prospecting, but however, we can still use it in order to use it as a very powerful scraping tool in order to get leads for either free or for pennies as well. Let me show you exactly how you're going to be doing this. First of all, let me go exactly into the Apify console. So the first thing that you're going to be doing is that, of course, you have to go and create an account in Apify. Now, another thing, like you guys can probably see here, you're going to be able to create free accounts in which you can use your free trial of $5. Now, before we move into anything and everything, let me just tell you, the best way to find prospects in Instagram is through hashtags. But we don't want to be clicking through a bunch of different posting hashtags in order to be able to find those prospects. We want to get prospects directly from the hashtags without us having to spend our time manually copying and pasting a list of those prospects or anything like that. Let me show you exactly how you're going to be doing this. Now, the first thing that you're going to be doing in the Apify is that first you have to find your hashtag. You have to find a good hashtag. A good hashtag would be one that has between 1,000 and 10,000 or maybe even 20,000 posts in it. I say more than that, and it will be exceeding the capacity of your free trial, and that's why I wouldn't recommend it. I'll say stick between that, and you get like around 100 to 200 accounts that you can reach out to, and that's more than enough to start seeing results with this. You go to Apify, you create an account, and you have to go to the little shop part and type in Instagram scraper. You're gonna see it right here. Now, what this Instagram scraper is going to be doing is that you can type in any sort of hashtag right here. Let me show you an example of a hashtag that works really, really well. So you can go right here in terms of finding the prospects, right? You have to just choose the right hashtag. Let me give you an example of one that works really, really well. Pest control Miami. This hashtag for pest control companies is pretty good. Let me show you why right now. I'm going to my Instagram and you're going to see exactly how many people have the pest control Miami hashtag in there. Let's see. Reason as to why this hashtag is good is for three things. The first one is directly related to like the industry that you want to target. So if you want to target pest control companies, putting pest control there will truly make sure that you are getting pest control companies. Second thing, it has a location. So if you're targeting people in the USA, it would be better to put specific locations in the USA because then you got less chances of targeting people in countries like India or Pakistan, either one of those countries. If you're not working there, then you don't want to be targeting them with messages. And the amount of posts is between 1,000 and 10,000, so it's just the right amount for us to be able to scrape it. As you can probably see here, there is a lot of posts here about different pest control companies. So what we're going to do is that we're going to copy this specific hashtag. Then we're going to go to Apify. We're going to go to the Instagram scraper. We're going to paste it here. You're going to put a limit that is above whatever number they have, right? My one is 37,000 here. So you can just put any number. To be fair, it will stop when it runs out of post. And what this is going to be doing is that it's going to be scraping the posts. It's not going to be scraping the accounts, but I'm going to show you how you can use this yourself. The first thing you're going to go to here to run. I'm going to show you one that's already made. And next thing you're going to click here. And let's say we want to scrape this one. We want to scrape these results. And the way that we're going to scrape it is the following way. You're going to have to press on export results down here. And you want to export two things only. The first one is the owner username. Let me type it here. Is the owner username. That's the most important thing. And the second thing you want to get is a URL. Now, once you got those two things, you will press download, and it's going to show you this white screen. Now, once it shows you this white screen, it's basically going to download a CVS file. Very important as well. Open a CVS file. Once you have the CVS file, very, very simple. You just copy it directly from here. Close this. Yes. Once you've copied it, you can open any Google Sheet. Let's say Chrome, any sheet right here will work. It doesn't matter which one it is. Now, you just open a new Google Sheet. You put the information that you use, paste it right there. And then the reasons why we're going to be using a Google Sheet is because we want to get rid of all the duplicates. So we're going to go to data, you go to data cleanup, remove duplicates, and you're going to select column A because it's the one with the usernames. And there you go. From 3,000 people, you end up with 718 rows. Okay, these 700 people right here are all going to be 700 people that you can reach out to and that you can message straight away. If it was pest control, this would be 7,000 specific accounts right there that you can reach out to right now. So that would be quite good. This is the way that you're going to be doing this. Now, it's very important that you keep the list of the usernames and that you keep this list for later. I'm going to show you why we're going to need this later. But before we jump into anything, let me just go back to our presentation. So this is how you're going to be finding the prospects. Very simple. You just have to keep using hashtags. Uh, use the hashtags that fall within those categories that you think your prospects will be posting on, and just put them on Apify. It's a very cheap software as well, and once again, it's one method that you probably haven't heard around too much. But second thing, profile optimization. Now, this is very crucial. You can't just send messages from a profile with no picture, no followers, because no one is going to reply to it. It's going to be looking like a scam. The first thing that people are going to do when they receive a message from you is check your profile. So what we have to do there is two things. We have to make sure the first one and most important one is that you look human. So if you're going to be texting people from your third or fourth account, I don't care. You have to make sure you try to look as human as possible. You don't want to look like an organization. You want to have a profile picture of yourself right there, not in a suit, not anything, just a simple profile picture. Try to make yourself look like someone that were part of that industry, for example. So, having more followers will increase your reply rate as well. This is definitely true. Having more followers definitely affects the whole thing. If you don't have a minimum of 100 followers in that account, don't send messages from it. That's my rule as well. And the optimal amount will be around 10,000. 10 to 5,000 will be the optimal amount. Now, you don't have to work hard in order to get all these followers. You can go to a website like igmorefollowers.com and just spend $3 and get 10,000 followers. So that's not too much of a hassle right there. Let's go back. Don't post much business stuff. So if you can have a maximum of maybe like one or two business posts. I say the right amount of posts to be having is either 12 or 9 posts, because that's as much as you can scroll on your phone. And a very good example of a very optimized profile that I found the other day is actually from this famous MMA YouTuber. You guys might have heard of it. Even though I don't agree with everything that he says, Montel does have a really, really, really optimized Instagram. So as you probably can see, every time he sticks to a certain amount of posts. So let's say, for example, that he is posting a lot of personal stuff, a lot of pictures of himself right there to make himself look like an actual person. But he also is using this specific area right here to showcase all the results. This is what you want to be doing. You want to be showcasing your results very, like, on a very humble way on the top part, and then you want to be having personal stuff on this area right here. Again, you want to be having some sort of likes, some sort of comments as well if you can. It does improve a lot the reply rate, likes as well. And once again, you go to IG Growman, and then the guys are going to be able to get you likes for like 25 cents for 100 likes. So that is going to be a worthwhile investment, to be fair. So Perfect. Profile optimization. Once you have a great profile, you get a lot more responses. Next thing, making a great message. Now, this is the actual message that you're going to be sending out. Rules to making a great message. First of all, you need to get their attention. So make it pattern breaking to try to make your message different to everything else you could have heard before. Because your prospects will have been reached out at least 3 or 4 times before you actually speak to them. So you have to make your message very different from the rest of people so they think your offer is very different. So examples of it, very weird, but they do work. I've tested them out and they do work as well. If you reply, I give you picture or 1 2 3, are you there? These kind of messages openers that I kind of like they wouldn't expect from someone trying to sell them something. These kind of message openers actually do work pretty well. And make your offer clear after this the first line, including these 3 things the person could help. So the first 3 things you have to put in your offer is the person that you help, the outcome you get them, the period of time it takes you, and the risk reversal. You have to get that out of the way very quickly. So we get real estate agents anywhere from 5 to 15 seller appointments per month on a pay and results basis. There you go, right there. That's your offer line right there. You start off with the pattern breaking, then you put your offer, and then you put a call to action. We're always going to be using soft call to actions, like is it okay if I send you some info, or are you against me sending you a short video to show how it works? I'm going to explain to you now why we're talking about a short video as well. Very important too. Avoid writing more than 3 line paragraphs. You want to keep these messages very short and very phone friendly so they can just digest it on their phones straight away. Let's go. The workflow. Now, this is what I meant with the video. I'm going to show you exactly the whole structure of how this is going to work. Now, once again, I can claim all credit for this for myself since I've merged multiple teachings of multiple people, like for example, Preston Fox and Charlie Morgan, in order to come up with this specific workflow that has worked really well for me and that has worked really well for my clients. I can't speak for anyone else apart from myself and my clients. The first thing is send the initial message. The initial message is you're supposed to allow them to say yes to you, for you to send them more information. Now, the more information is going to be the response video, which is the BSL that I'm going to teach you how to make. Then do the reply. If they reply positively, you offer them a time. And now, if they reply positively to the time, that's when you're gonna ask them for their email and their phone number. You want to get the information right from them so you can book them into the calendar, because most of the time, at least if you're working with local businesses, they're not gonna feel themselves on the calendar. If you're working in e-commerce, it's more likely, but local businesses, the chances of that happening are way lower. So the follow-up chain. Let me show you how the follow-up chain is going to work as well. The first thing, reply. Okay, follow-up chain. You're gonna have follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3, follow-up 4. It might sound like a lot, but trust me, it does work. Like I get some people reply to me on follow-up 5 because they went on holidays, and by the time they come back, they see that the phone is filled up with follow-ups. Make sure your follow-ups are also pattern breaking, so you can include memes in order to make it pattern breaking and everything, and just keep track of them and follow up 7 times. Now, if you offer them a time and they don't reply after offering you a time, then you can follow up with them once again 7 times to try to see if you can get them to give you a time. After these 7 times, you discard the lead and you say that they're not interested, because if you follow up with them 7 times and they still don't book, then chances are they weren't interested in the first place. So this is what we want to be doing in order to book more appointments. Now, this sounds great, but as you probably can imagine, if you were to do all of this yourself as well, it would take you ages. And this is why we're going to automate this whole process. But before I show you how we're going to automate this whole process, so it takes you just around an hour of your day to book from anywhere from 20 to 40 appointments a month, let me show you how. Let me show you how we're going to record the BSL. Because the BSL is going to be very important, as you probably imagine that. So, with the BSL, we want a few things. The goal of this BSL is to sprout curiosity. Just like that plant is sprouting right there, we want to be sprouting curiosity in the prospect. We want social proof, and we want to communicate the offer straight away. If they watch the BSL and they're still wondering why you contacted them or what do you do, then you failed. Because you should have been able to communicate the offer on the message and on the BSL. Let me go straight to it. Let's see. Next thing. BSL rules. Never break this when it comes to BSL. It has to be under 90 seconds because you don't want to be sending a link. You don't want to be sending a loop. You don't want to be sending anything like that. You want to be downloading a less than 90-second BSL. You want to put it on your phone, and you want to send it natively within Instagram. So you want to grab your phone and add it within Instagram, because we don't want to get people out of the Instagram platform until we get them on a call. Now, focus on showcasing results, not showing how you got those results. So if you got some case studies, if you got some testimonials, focus on that 100% more than showing how your offer works. Because at the end of the day, you want to sprout curiosity. You don't want to give too much away, but you also want to make sure they know that you can deliver those results even before they jump on the call, because that will give them the curiosity and the resolve to want to speak to you, because they think they're going to be able to get something out of it. Now, mention your offer and who you work with in the first 5 to 10 seconds. This is basically to eliminate the prospect. If they don't consider themselves part of that group, they're not going to be there. But if they consider themselves part of that group, they're going to pay a lot more attention. So save yourself some time, save your prospects some time, and make sure to watch the whole of the video by mentioning your offer and mentioning what you do in the first 5 seconds. Examples. Now, I'm not just telling you to go make a PSL without giving you any examples. I'm going to leave the link below of this specific slideshow with all the links to everything. And then right here I have a Drive link that has a few examples of videos that I have recorded myself for some of our clients in the past, some BSLs, so you can see some good examples there that you can replicate, and of course doing your own words for yourselves. DM automation. Now, very important. We want to automate this so we have more time to respond to the leads and everything. But either you have to get someone to be there responding to the leads, or you have to be close to your phone in order to respond, because response time is going to be very crucial to booking appointments as well. So even though you're automating this, I don't want you to automate and forget, because you still have to respond to those leads. Now, how are we going to automate this? It's going to be a lot simpler than you might think. First, we're going to download DMIG bot. Yes, because we could build our own automation ourselves, but that would take us ages, and this automation works pretty well, if I may say. DMIG bot. Let me show you. Where are you going to download it? How do you go? You go to the Chrome Google website. You're going to type IGDM bot, right? And you're going to get this one. So once you get this one, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to download. Once you download it, you're going to add it to your Chrome, and it's going to be right here. As you can probably see, I was literally running automation now myself, so it goes to show how we actually do use this. I not just preach it, I actually use it. Let's see. Create a bot. We're going to create a bot. When you create a bot as well, before you actually create the bot, just about to forget, you have to create a message. You can call these, let's say, pest control, either whatever niche you're targeting at the moment. All right, perfect. And now that you have this specific list right here, you want to add your message. So whatever message we built before, you just want to add it. Like, don't worry about that. You just want to be adding your final message. You want to be going to bots, and on bots you will create a new bot. You can call it practice, for example. Now, this is very important. You don't want DM by monitor, you want DM by bulk. You don't want by followers, you want custom users. And the custom users is going to be the list that you downloaded before. Now, here you're going to copy and paste all the lists of the people there. You're going to select the DM list. So select the pest control one, right? And then leave this just like it is, because this is basically the interval in which the message is going to be sending. Don't change anything about that. But go right here. Copy only the profile, the names of the profiles, right? Only copy that. And now come up here. So let's see. Come up here, go to the bot, go to let's say, for example, if you got the practice bot, let's say, copy all the names of the profiles right there. So you want to do that. You want to copy them right there. Now let's just say all of these are here, and then you want to save. Now that you've saved, you want to click here, and once you click the bot will start running in the background of your Chrome. And this bot is going to be sending around 50 messages per day per account. So it will send it automatically. Let's say every 5 minutes you get a message sent. So you just have to leave it running at the back of your computer when you do something else. That's literally how it works. It's very, very, very simple to be fair. And it doesn't take, it's not rocket science to be honest. So now that I've shown you how to do that as well, let me show you how you're going to scale this, because you want to be sending more than 50 messages a day, but 50 messages a day is something that you can start with. Now, also before you scale things, you have to make sure that your system works, and you have to make sure your messages gain good replies. So how can you do this? How can I make decisions? How can I edit my message without messing it up? This is when metrics and data is going to come very handy. And I'm going to show you exactly how to keep track of your metrics. First, you're going to make a copy of the metric tracker that I'm going to be showing you, and you're going to use it every single day to reach the goal KPIs. This goal KPIs is going to be from a 6 to 12% positive reply rate to your initial video, 2 to 6% positive reply rate to the video that you sent, and 1 to 3% booking rate. Now, if you have a 1.5 booking rate but you only have a 5% positive reply rate, that's good. The main thing is that your booking rate is in check. If your booking rate is between 1 and 3%, you are free to scale it to the moon. Now, the most important thing is you don't focus on scaling until you get that to 1 to 3%, because until then, you are just going to be burning a lot of leads. Now, like I said, let me show you the tracker so you know exactly what I mean by it. Now, this tracker, you're going to be seeing this. This is going to be where you put your prospects. So every prospect that replies to you positively, you're going to be putting it here, and you're going to be following up with it. Now, this other tracker here is where you're going to be putting the amount of messages they send, the positive replies, videos. This is going to be, you're going to be tracking as well the results right there. And you're going to have one for each account, because if you use several accounts, you want to be managing it per account, and you want to change this date to the date in which you start sending your messages. This way you will keep control of everything, and you will know exactly if your message works or not. So do this, and once you get to the KPI numbers, once you get to that 6% reply rate, and that 3% positive reply rate, and let's say like a 1.5 booking rate, once you get to that, then you're free to scale. I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to be scaling right now. So scaling. Now, this is the fun part. This is where you're going to book a lot of appointments. Scaling. How are we going to scale in order to get a bunch of appointments automatically? Now, how to go about scaling? Take this into account. Don't think about scaling before you already hit 1 to 3% booking rate after sending over 300 messages. Right, send 300 messages without making any changes. If you get 1 to 3% booking rate, that's when you think about scaling. Each warm account can send 50 messages per day, around 1,500 per month. That's for one Instagram account. So if you want to scale to 10,000 messages, for example, which most people won't really need 10,000 messages to be fair, I think with around 5,000 is going to be more than enough. Each chatbot can only run for one account, so that's also 7 chatbots. If you want to do 10,000 messages, that would be 7 accounts. Each chatbot can only run for one, so that's 7 chatbots. Let me show you how much that would cost. Now, you can buy Instagram accounts from here, bulkbuyaccount.com. Now, it might seem like they're trying to sell organs, but no, trust me. I've used it myself. I can't vouch for it, but I've used it myself, and it's worked pretty well for me in terms of buying age Instagram accounts from which you can start sending messages quite quickly. Because if you make just a straight away just a account, let's you say that you make one right now today, and you start sending a bunch of messages from it, Instagram will flag it as a spam, and your account will get shut down very quickly. So you don't want to be going through that. That's what I mean. Buying the accounts is going to be a lot better option. $16 will be the price for 10 age Instagram accounts. $12.99 per month per chatbot. This is how much the IGDM bot will cost you. And that will be $6 per account in order to add followers, add likes, etc. That will be around how much it will cost you. And $49 per month for Apify. Again, if you're really scaling it, then at that point, I recommend getting the Apify subscription, because otherwise you're not really going to have enough accounts to send those 10,000 messages to. Now, to scale to 10,000 messages per month, you're going to be spending a one-time fee of £200, right? £200 straight away, and then £149 point 93 per month. So yes, you're going to be spending this much per month. Once again, you might, even though you might look at this and be like, okay, that might be a lot. Now, at a 1% booking rate, right? A 1% booking rate. This is a price for 100 appointments a month. So yes, we're talking about you jumping on 100 appointments, or you having 100 appointments in a single month. Now, even if you only have a 10% closing rate, right? Even if you only have that much closing rate, if you're charging anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000, which is like the average ticket for like a marketing agency, you will already be making way more than you're spending on this. So compared to other strategies like Facebook ads and everything, it is quite cheap. It's just about, most people won't really need 100 appointments per month, so you won't really be spending that much in the first place. So I hope that was good for you guys. Once again, I will leave all this information down below so you can check it out for yourself, so you can play around with it, download Amplify and get yourself some appointments. Now, if you're looking for someone to implement this specific system and a bunch of other systems into your business to get more clients, also I'll put a link down in the description. But main thing, the way you can show me gratitude for this, bro, is you leave a like, and I'll be more than happy with that. Have a good day, and I'll speak to you guys later.